Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Manchester United Agenda. It is the 16th of April. I want all of you to shout out the thumbnail that me and Mr. B made today. It's good enough to hang in the Tate. And so tonight, got a lot of people on. Let's save the best till last. Mr. B, how are you?
Raw, save the best till last, and he comes to me first in a complete opposite. Oh, thanks a lot, Bathtime. I'm good, man. I'm sitting down here sour. I don't like Arsenal.
Yeah,
they didn't win the first leg. I didn't expect them to go through, but Real Madrid just didn't turn up today. So yeah, I'm sitting here a bitter Arsenal hater on this stream today.
Yabba, we haven't seen you for a while. Like, Luke Shaw's played like more than you've been on the channel this week. How you doing?
I saw that joke in and I wanted to rip your head off, to be honest, when I heard that. I thought I was laughing, but I was really like, ugh. So bath time, watch your back.
Okay.
Sleep with one eye open because I'm trying to get level the score. It's 1-0 to you with that one. It's a good joke. It is funny, but just watch your back. Because I'm coming.
That's the nicest way I've ever been threatened.
Yeah, I'm coming to get you for that because that was flipping funny, and you got me. I was stumped. I didn't have a reply. I had to accept it and turn up today and try and deliver and try and get you back somehow. So, guys, in the comments, if you can help me out trying to get bath time back. He's got me 1-0 at the moment, and I want to clap back at him as soon as possible. Just to say, if we're talking about the Champions League game as well, unlike Mr. B, I'm not bitter. I hate Arsenal, but I have to give credit where it's due. That was, over the 2 legs, magnificent display. Team, solid. I mean, Real Madrid just trying. But when they were just strolling out, they had everything organised, everything like down. It was like, what's this? This is easy for them. So credit to them. That's where Man United want to be, as good as that as a unit. And I'm really impressed. I haven't seen a performance in Europe like that from a British-based player. When I say British, England, Irish, Scottish, Wales, since Roy Keane from Declan Rice. Even Steven Gerrard, everything dominating the game against a quality team like that. Rice, man, what a player. And I just want to say here, it was said on the Man United agenda a long time ago when he was playing for West Ham that this is a top player, and a lot of people ignored it, but it's turned out Rice is something else. Respect to him for hard work, putting the work in, doing those shuttle runs, having the character to at such a young age to be such a great player and step up like that. And yeah, I'm a bit blurry, but I'll be coming back, improving my camera very soon. There you go. How's that, boys?
Fantastic.
It's good. We'll come back to this, Yabba, like talk about the Arsenal performance, but we've got
No.
Yes, we will. We've got to introduce Stewart as well. Stewart, it's always a pleasure to have you on. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Tired, restless, nervous. Not interested in Arsenal. More worried about tomorrow night, but there you go. Yeah, but I'm all good. All good.
Nice. It's lovely to see you. Yeah, but
I can ask why are you nervous? Coming on the show?
No, always. Being sat next to you, Yab, always makes me nervous.
Yeah, I have that effect. Yeah, I know.
No, tomorrow. It's all about tomorrow.
Should we do some comments before we talk about tomorrow? Yeah. Zirkzee's out for the season. Another 6 weeks Erasmus. Did you not know, Yabba?
I didn't know he's out for the season.
He pulled up with a hamstring injury. How much times do players pull up with hamstring and they're not out for the season? We've only got 6 weeks left.
I'm gutted about that, Mr. B.
Well, as Bath Time says, we're going to miss all of his goals, aren't we?
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to miss his celebration. The bats. Do you see? You know what his celebration is? Can anyone do it? Yeah.
Yeah. Show us Rasmus's celebration.
That's a good one. No one knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Bart is saying hello to you. It's lovely to see you in person. We got Bilal, our top mod these days. Good evening to you, Bilal. I hope you're all right. Andrew Williams has turned up, and Drayton Manis' finest is here in Damien Walsh. Star-making performance from Rice. I couldn't agree more. He was exceptional. Yabba, you're completely correct. And good evening to Chat Sport. Right. Stuart, I want to start off by asking you where you are with Amrin at the moment and how important it is the result tomorrow.
Well, it's just to be honest, tomorrow for us is the FA Cup final, it's the Champions League final, it's all rolled into one. It's the season depends on tomorrow. And I'm hearing so many rumours from up there that they reckon if we lose, he's not going to get sacked. He could walk by the end of the season. I know it's all the rumour mill and all this, but that's the big talk coming out from Manchester. That if we did lose tomorrow night, he could actually walk. He's made it. I think he's made a big mistake. Was it all down to Ratcliffe about getting him in before the summer? We should have left it till the summer. Should have kept Rude till the end of the season. I think we probably still would have had a bad season, but I think we would have done so much better if Rude stayed till the end of the season. Amrin come in the summer like he wanted. So I don't know. There's a lot of unrest, isn't there? But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We're going through anyway. We're going to win.
I want to ask you, Stuart. So him coming in this summer, what difference would it have made? He's had 6 months, and the players still can't play his system. The pre-season comes, and they're going to be getting rid of all of the bums, all of the ones who the free. Just say the free ones. Forget about Rashford. So he's losing those players. He's then going to go on tour to the United States where it's not going to be about formation. It's going to be about showing yourself. He would have had no chance. So I think it's better that he's coming now came in. He's totally fun. We cannot be, all right, we said that last season, no lower than 8th. But let's be honest. We can't be any lower. We can't finish any lower than wherever we're going to finish this. 15th. 15th. We can't finish any worse.
I mean, we can only get 56 points now, which is will be the lowest since Premier League.
we ain't getting 56 points. We're going to get 43.
Since 1991, this will be our worst ever Premiership season since it started. It can't be better. So it's just that's why tomorrow night is. I know that Roy Keane was saying the other day about the performances. Every time you play on the pitch for Man United, whether it's Wolves, Liverpool, you put 100% in. These players aren't doing it. They've got to do it tomorrow night. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot more players leaving this summer. And I'll tell you what, I love Garnacho more than anyone, and he's been getting a lot of shit lately. But it's on him tomorrow night. He is the main man tomorrow night. He's got to turn it on.
Why are you expecting him to turn up tomorrow? He ain't turned up all season.
I think he will, Mr. B.
He's now wearing Adidas boots because Nike have told him to fuck off.
Yeah,
because he's been so shit.
Yeah. He's put his house up for sale as well. I don't know what that's going on about.
That's because he was living with his mum and he had the whole of his family in there, innit? They've all gone back to Argentina, so he doesn't need a big house. He's just going to get a nice little small house for him, his missus and his 2 dogs and a baby.
But where's the goals coming from tomorrow night, Mr. B? I know.
Bruno and Euro.
I'll tell you what. I've put Maguire up front. Stick him up front, number 9. What do you reckon, Yabba?
Well, the first question, it was a 2-part question you asked. The first part of it was, how do you feel about Amrin? I mean, I wanted to know more about that. I think you probably answered it. Okay.
I like him. I've got a lot of respect for the fella. Seeing what he does with all the fans and everything before the game, unlike a lot of the players. His pressers, it's not the same old like Ten Hag. It was the same old thing every time. Amrin says how it is, and I know there was a lot of rollickings after the Newcastle game, which, to be honest, I fell asleep for the first hour. Woke up, it was 3-1, so I turned it back off. But I like Amrin, but we all know this job's the poison chalice in football, isn't it? Is he going to get the support in the summer? Is there funds there? I know we've got to sell first, but who's there to sell and what we're going to get? Rashford, we'll be lucky to get 25 million for him. Anthony deals going on. Batista now want another season loan. United are saying no. It's always a shambles anyway with transfers at United.
The reason they were asking, I think, about the Amarin thing, because in the last week or so, all these stats coming out about our lowest total, like Mr. B was saying, our lowest total. We've lost 13, 14 games in the season. He's maybe beating the teams below us, but not beating anyone really above us. Is that on him? This is why I've seen from fans saying Amarin is under pressure. Some people saying he needs to go. He's not good enough. All kinds of things. The system. He's not tinkering the system. All these kind of things. So that's why I want to see where you're at, because you're important to the show, because you go to games. You get the feel, like you say, you got one phone call. I bet you're in a group chat full of like whispers and gossip and all that. Like, it's always interesting to hear what you think, because you're there, and you gave a great example there where you've seen him on the pitch. You know, the way he is, his mannerism, and how he is around the players. So yeah, I was just really interested to know what you thought about all that.
I absolutely love the fella. I know that if we lost 13, 14 league games, what it is, and it's. But we can't keep going through every single manager. Always after one season, he's not good enough. He's got to go. You've got to. I'm the world's worst for slagging off players. Joshua Zirkzee, Harry Maguire, but keep ranting and slagging them off doesn't get you nowhere, does it? I know it's after the game's finished. Especially me. I'm pissed off more than anyone when we lose, but. You got to get behind the players, and tomorrow night I think the atmosphere is going to be something else tomorrow night. And they're talking about all these pyrotechnics before the game. They're making it look horrible tomorrow before the game. There's a big what's it called? Bathtime, a Spiro's banner or something.
Well, so what is that? Is that big thing that they drag across the? It's about bloody.
It's more of a display.
Yeah, it's
no, I don't like this.
It's the first time it's ever been put at a game at Old Trafford tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not who we are.
They're talking about the Champions League final, but
it's our Champions League bloody final.
I don't like
Yabba, it. Quickly, Yabba. Just finishing that one on Ruben. I really like the fella, and I pray to God that the Glazers, God help us, Ratcliffe, whoever else the powers that be, get behind him in the summer, get rid of the shit. Get in who he wants, and then we'll take it forward from there. So just get behind Amarin. Get behind him.
Are you happy with that, Yabba?
Yeah, really keen to know what he was saying. I haven't spoken to Stewart for a long time, and I thought he was going to come and say, hey, right, I've had enough, that sort of thing. But it's good to hear. It's refreshing.
Yeah, I'm getting wobbly on Amarin myself personally.
I think Mr. Beers as well. He's got that.
No, I want him. No, I want him to be backed. I want him to be backed. Honestly, nothing would sweep me more than this formation just to work. For him to get, he's not going to get the players he wants. We want Osimhen. We're going to end up with a bargain bucket in what's his name, Delap. You know, we're not going to get.
No, we're not getting Delap, boys. Chelsea are after him.
We're going. Listen. They're going to pay Delap more money just so that he can. I told you there's some skullduggery going on with Chelsea and Ratcliffe and Bowley. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be seen to be lost out on this one, because that's our main. We're Frass. We were linked with bloody what's his name? Schick yesterday. 29 years old. But we want to buy young players. No, he's the price that they want to buy. People need to get wise. We're not spending more than 30 million on any player. Any player this season, we're not spending more than 30. Oh, we've got 200 million to spend. Fine. We're going to buy 30 million pound players.
And one of them's going to be Aaron Ramsdale. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Don't Bathtime. No.
But as much as I poo-pooed what Bathtime said, and when I saw the message, I wanted to slap him. But he's right. He's right. We're going to get Ramsdale. English player. You know, he might get back into the England squad if all the other 7 goalies in front of him will get shot. You know, so, you know, he might get a chance there. He's been relegated 4 times. Oh, Arsenal bombed him out for Raya. Why? Why? Because he's not that good. But we're so desperate with bloody fucking Poppadom wrist bloody Onana. We'll take anybody. Anybody's going to be an upgrade. You know what I mean? So we've now gone back to a goalie that Arsenal, you know, didn't want. And he's gone to Southampton because Southampton were the only team that would take him. He knew he was going to get relegated. He's put himself in the shop window. Has he covered himself in glory? But he's going to come to United for 30 million. Are they taking the piss?
But to be honest, right, if we get in a coordinated goalkeeper and a coordinated striker, we would. I think we've got 4, maybe 5 places. We're not good enough to break that top 7 at the moment of like Forest and Newcastle.
So you're saying our standards have dropped that low that we're just going to get a forward who can do the simple stuff, run about, hold the ball up, pass it, nothing exceptional. We happy to accept that?
I think for the time being,
just catch and kick.
Yeah, I know it's ridiculous, and we should all have standards, and we should be wanting to go and get the best players. But we are broke, and we're ugly, so it's very, very difficult for us to get a girl. So the girl that we're going to get is going to make us look a bit better, like make us run. She's going to dress us, and then we're going to leave her and go on to a nicer looking one. That's essentially that. This next tranche of players that are going to come in, they're not. Literally, we get. Hopefully, the plan is we get them in for 2 or 3 years, just churn them, and then we move up the table, because we would need to spend, I don't know, Stuart, like 600 million to get ahead of Newcastle, and that's if they spend nothing.
But then that's what we done under Ten Hag. How much we spend under Ten Hag? It was about, was it 619 million or something, wasn't it, half time?
Do you know what's crazy about the Ten Hag spending, Stuart? Is that 30% of the spending since Sir Alex Ferguson left went to Ten Hag. 1 out of £3 spent in the last 12 years was spent by Ten Hag.
Blimey. And if you go through that list, Bathtime, if you go through that list of his players, I was looking the other day, and I think there's only probably Mazraoui, possibly Zirkzee, which I don't think there's anyone else in that list who you can say they will be staying next season. I mean, Mason Mount, I've always liked Mason Mount. Again, he's another Luke Shaw, always here. Hey, just quickly going back to Luke Shaw, there's big rumours that he's starting left back tomorrow night. Big rumours.
Who's starting left back?
I know he's going to play him
Luke Shaw. He's a big game Charlie, and he always comes back before the end of the season when all the big games start happening. But yeah, that's one of my mates who lives in Salford. He's saying he's heard a lot of rumours that Shaw's going to start tomorrow night, 100%. So we'll see on that.
It's good. Just want to say, I mean, you're just talking about Ten Hag's reign, and Ten Hag signed these guys like he's the one who went out and signed these guys. Ten Hag came in after Ole Solskjaer, who came 3rd and 2nd, I believe, at that point. So you'd think, all right, it's worth spending that sort of money to close the gap and get ahead. But really, we've gone backwards in a way. But one of the players that we were interested in from Ajax was Timber. And I didn't know much about him back then, but I know about him now. That guy is put the lockdown on one of the best wide men in Vinny Jr. Over 2 legs. Really, and I'm thinking, wow, what is he doing? He's just a monster, just a beast. And, you know, everyone talks about Wan-Bissaka being, you know, this guy that you can't beat one-on-one. But what I witnessed over the last 2 legs of Arsenal, Timber, who can also play centre-back as well, mind you, is just ripped. He's big and strong. He's a beast. He don't have it. And he really made a world-class player who's in Vinny frustrated to say, you're not getting a sniff out of me. So that's a player we missed out on. We also missed out on Rice. If we were good enough, we could have gone in for someone like Rice. We also missed out. So all these signings that we're saying we could have got, we went for Frankie de Jong. You know, they were not first choices, in my opinion. But we still spent the money because we're Man United. Now we're looking back and saying, oh, we spent badly, whatever. No, we didn't necessarily spend badly. We spent on what we could get, which was 3rd, 4th, 5th, B, C, D players who weren't the players that we really would have wanted at the time. So I'm disappointed, clearly, but we still have to be realistic about it. They weren't the players that we were gunning for. They weren't the first choices.
Yeah, it's just the same story, really, isn't it? We've spent our money badly and things on players not suitable and stuff like that, and now we've got to take a lot of we got to shop in the bargain basement in the reduced section, unfortunately. Well, but like, what can we expect? Like, we're going to finish. I mean, I think 15th, looking at a run of games, might be a bit ambitious, to be honest. Like, Wolves, what is it? Wolves, Bournemouth, Brentford coming up. Those are teams
we'll finish above Tottenham. We'll finish wherever Tottenham finish. We'll finish that one place above Tottenham.
Yeah,
I think the way things are going, I think Wolves will finish above Tottenham as well.
Can I just ask, Bathtime, you were about to say you a bit shaky on Amarin. Can you just elaborate on that? Yeah, please.
Do you know what it comes down to, Yabba? Is I think the hardest thing, like in football, is receiving the ball with your back to goal. Like, it's like, as a midfielder, it's horrible. You need help around you. Your fullback can't get ahead. There's got to be all sorts of things that have to happen. And you look at in the Premier League, Haaland, Rasmus, Darwin Núñez, like, these players struggle like receiving the ball with their back to goal. And the fact it's such a key part of Amarin's system for a centre back to receive the ball under pressure, I'm not convinced that can ever work consistently in the Premier League because of the quality of coaching, the physical quality of the player, and so on. And it's something I can't really sort of stop thinking about. There's so much positive with Amarin, but that thing, I'm not convinced that can work in the Premier League over the course of a season and be like dependable and reliable. What do you think, Yabba?
Well, it's interesting to say. I've seen some things about this because it's the middle centre back during the build-up of play will go into a midfield position or a bit further ahead than the other mid defenders to receive the ball. And we've seen, I think it was Lindelof when we conceded against Newcastle, he was in a position where he received the ball and he got pinched immediately. And he didn't seem comfortable there. But who would, like you said, the question is, well, who would? So it's the system thing. It might have worked in slower football when you're playing in 30 degrees in Portugal. But over here, it didn't work. Even Saliba, who's really composed on the ball, he got pinched today playing for Arsenal. And, you know, I don't fault him for it. It's just he had a really good game, but he got pinched trying to play out. And so even the best of them struggle to do that. So, yeah, that is a flaw, maybe, something that needs to be looked at. But overall, I think that's something minor. I think surely you're saying the rest of it, like Stewart's saying, there are some more positives than negatives.
Well, I mean, you have to look, Yabba, that like this is going to be the worst ever season in the Premier League, which is something we seem to be saying quite a lot. I think if Rashford comes back, would be pretty awful for Amarin, and there's talk of that today. What
you think there's just talk of that because he had a good game yesterday? Half-time.
Yeah, like I think like we know the cycle. McTominay scores a double. We should never have sold McTominay. Like Greenwood scores a goal. We should never have sold like Greenwood. Like, you know, only one of those things is true. But because Rashford's had a good game, which we all want him to be world class at Villa, so we can get money for him. But already and to be honest, I thought his performance was extremely overrated last night. Like, I thought he turned it on for 10 minutes, and for the rest of the match, he was just. It was the Rashford that I see a lot, like crying and
walking about.
Yeah, am I being unfair?
No, not at all.
No, but this is what we're used to watching. Villa aren't used to that. You know, they don't see that yet. They won't see that yet. They won't see the walking around on the pitch and the lack of effort sometimes in the tracking back. But then they're just going to see, you know, the twist up that he gave the guy just two players yesterday.
Yeah, and they sold
twice
themselves.
A game. They'll take him. Yeah, exactly. The second one, I don't even know. He did a bloody Diego Dallo. You know what I mean? He just looked at him and showed him his fucking ass.
Yeah, I got quite a lot of messages from Tyrone last night talking about how crap Marcus Rashford was. It was really funny. But the thing about Amrin is I like so much of what he's doing, but one of the things that got to me about Ten Hag is that when Ten Hag came in, Yabba, do you remember we had that conversation about how where he had his fullbacks was really scary to me because it left the midfield too open. And then fair enough, it turned out that it wasn't the right thing to do in the Premier League, but he never really changed it. He didn't become sort of practical and stuff. And I think that with Amrin, I need to see some adaptation of his system to understand the reality of it. And I know he's between a rock and a hard place because against Newcastle, we were booting the ball to Zirkzee, and Zirkzee, he couldn't even compete against Fabian Schär. It was coming straight back. But we also weren't able to play out of their press. So I think that I need to see solutions to these things and adaptations because otherwise it's going to be the same as Ten Hag, and we're going to have eternal fights about how it's the quality of the player, and he's the head coach. He's got to get the best out of them as a unit, and I don't like how now in football we all just kind of bow to a system or something. There has to be tweaks and changes and things like that. So the fact he's got Casemiro back in, I think, suggests that maybe he's beginning to understand that, his squad a little bit more and play to its strengths. But yeah, I'm wobbly on him mainly because I just don't believe that the way we build up from the back is ever going to work consistently in the Premier League.
Especially, but do you blame a lot of that on Onana? I mean, he holds on to the ball for so long. His distribution's poor. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about Onana because I'll just go on all night.
Yeah, don't.
No.
Because then he'll get me started and then you'll get Yabba backing him up thinking he needs another chance, and I will drive round the corner and kick him in his head.
Isn't there?
Oh God!
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying there, Bathtime. Totally get that, 100%.
Well, it's the thing is, Stuart, is that these kind of systems that we play now mean that I'm pretty sure you would have said that Maguire holds on to the ball a lot, maybe a year ago or something, or there's a centre, but look at this, thank you, Tyrone, that there's always someone who's holding on to the ball too much, and it's because we're trying to play through a press. And in my opinion, we'll I'm going to sound like a Neanderthal now. I don't think playing out from the back is the best way of approaching a football match. I think that if you can boot it up the pitch and compete with it, that means that they have to press you quicker. But do
you think if we had a Ruud van Nistelrooy, a strong number 9 who could hold the ball up front, do you think we could go back to the old days and just hoof it up front, flick it onto the big man? I mean, look at the days of Peter Crouch. It was all the days of Wimbledon, the crazy gang. It was all long ball because they had the big, strong centre forward.
Stuart. I understand what you're saying, bro. But if we started playing that football,
no, I know.
We may as well get bloody, what's his name? He got sacked from Everton. Bloody Allardyce. We would lose our shit.
Would we, Mr. B? Because tonight, Real Madrid conceded a goal to exactly that, whacking it up to a big man. You see Arsenal and Manchester City, the two best teams last 3 or 4 years, let's say, both have massive strikers that they go direct to.
Every now and then, though, it's not.
That's not the Man United way. I get what Mr. B's saying. That's not the Man United way, is it? Come on.
Yeah, but neither's 3-4-3.
Yeah, and neither's losing 4. But can it get any worse at the moment? Apart from going out tomorrow night, it cannot get any worse, can it?
The trick for me, the trick is to master both. You need something to fall back on. So it's right saying, we should. We're not saying just play that long pass all the time. You need to have that in the locker, game management, in-game management. When you're in games, sometimes right. Let's not do this. I saw a clip the other day of Chelsea where the manager's imploring them to play out from the back, and the crowd, the Chelsea crowd, they got on the back of the keeper and told him. And from that move, they gave the ball away because they weren't set up to do that. So they need to master. They're clearly mastering one way. They need to be broaden their horizons and say, right, okay, let's master this, and also let's have a way of playing out from the back long as well. It's not a long ball game necessarily; it's long passes. What we're seeing, you know,
and it's also from the back. I'm not saying that we become a long ball, like second ball team, as it were. It's and like Andrew, like I know what you're talking about when you say who we got up front and things. That's why I said you're in a rock and a hard place when you got Zirkzee losing everything to Shah. But the fact is that like this system is so dependent on baiting a press and playing through it, and it's not going to work with this squad of players. And so what are we doing? Are we just waiting around like for transfer windows for 2 or 3 years? Like there's got to be another way of approaching it. And when you get in like a top manager or a top up and coming coach, they've got to bring more ideas with them and so on.
Sorry, go on. I'm sorry.
And I was going to say, and for me to sort of not be wobbly on Amrin, I think that he's got to try like different things, because the best managers have done some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. Like Pep Guardiola not playing a DM in a Champions League final. Like all the stuff that Fergie used to do, like playing Giggsy as a number 10 and stuff. They thought really hard about games and came up with crazy solutions like to them. Whereas now we expect a manager to send out like a team of robots to play exactly how he kind of expects them to play. And then we've got to sort of like say, he doesn't have the players, that's why they can't do it. I think that we've got to ask more from like our managers and see them as problem solvers who are able to get something out of the squad. The way that like Solskjaer, he got given that they assembled a very odd back team for him. He was given Mourinho and Van Gaal cast-offs and a really weird fit of players, and he somehow got it to work a lot better than people gave him credit for.
Until it didn't work, and he got sacked.
Yeah, until he changed it. Like they wanted to go high pressing, they got Ronaldo instead of Rice, and it was a real sliding doors moment.
For me, with football, it's changing all the while. I was watching Ancelotti, and he's apparently the most successful manager in the Champions League. I remember him as a player, and as a manager, he's won so much. But he's up against a new manager in Arteta, who's got his ideas. I mean, his set pieces, his corners. We've seen what he do there, the way they defend, the way they all fight for one another. They called him Pep's comb boy at one stage, didn't they? Saying that he copies Pep completely, but he's got his own ideas, he's got his own way of playing, and he's kind of stuck to that, and he's got a bit of versatility as well, and he's had the time. And I think these are all crucial things when you talk about a young manager like Amrin and Arteta. I think they have got ideas, and I don't think we're going to see them working initially like Arteta's didn't, until they build, get the right personnel in, and become a better side in that respect. So I do think we can sit here and have discussion about what we don't like about Amrin, and for example, the centre backs receiving the ball in those sort of areas. That's dangerous, of course, but and having a bit more flexibility in that area. But I do think, like Stewart's saying here, he is the right guy for the job, and what we need to do is invest in him, because we lose him now, we're going to end up with some, old school manager or someone who's just there to sort of have a short-term measure. We want a long-term goal with success at the end of it. We're not going to get that,
You say old school.
Having a manager. Sorry, last point. We're not going to get that, as we've proven over the years, by having a manager for 2 seasons maximum, and then getting rid of them. I just feel now, after Ten Hag, I would have kept Ten Hag. You know how I felt about him, but I feel like now we definitely have to persist with this manager and invest in him and see what happens in 3-4 years' time. That had that sort of project.
It's the same old song.
You know what? Yeah, but see, the thing is, that's your life mantra, innit? Work with something until it breaks, and then you buy a new one. Sometimes you have to see it's gonna break and change it before it breaks.
Like a car.
Exactly like your car. It's exactly like your car and your
My
washing
car's
machine.
been running for about 6-7 years now, Mr. B.
Yeah, washing machine.
All right, maybe not my washing machine.
Okay.
How you know so much about my life?
Okay. We've known each other a long time, and you do talk a lot.
You got me. It's 2-0 now. Bath time twists me up, and you twist me up now too. So beware, both of you. I'm don't sleep.
My turn.
That's all right.
I hope you
Yeah,
don't get to me today as well.
if
But
we
look,
go out
just-
tomorrow, we're doing a if is the moon landings real channel. That's
Yeah.
what we're turning to.
Pyramids, moon landing, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Is she the enemy, Yabba? She's got to be a liar now.
Don't get me started. We talk backstage.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
Let's
what?
be professional here. Come on.
In a weird way, if we go out tomorrow, it's going to be the best show we've ever had. We're going to get censored. We're going to get
It'll all
banned.
come out, won't it? Oh dear.
But I just want to pick you up on one point you made because it annoyed me, which is that you said like Arteta. The way I read it is Arteta is a progressive manager with new, fresh ideas, and if we go to like an old school manager, we're not going to kind of have that sort of stuff. Right tonight, did you switch over to Inter?
I didn't stay glued to that one game.
All right. Well, the thing is that it's principles from the old school that I think that Arteta is brilliant at. How he organises his low block, like the space in between and so on. And Pep does it as well. The best teams are the best at playing low blocks, mid blocks, high blocks, and so on. They're organised, they're structured, and they've got a plan. And I would be absolutely delighted if we could have that, because the one thing I will say about Amrin that he's been better at than I thought he was going to be is that like we're really good at playing low now. Like all we're doing it like exactly the same.
I don't think he wants to play. I'm not sure he wants to play like that though.
Yeah, but you need to be able to do it.
No, I understand that, but the only reason I think he's gone back to that is because we didn't have the players to play how we wanted to play, and our players, our players are bloody lazy. They love to sit at the end of the box and defend, and I think he's now gone into their mode. Don't get me wrong, it works because I don't think we get turned over defensive. All right, look, we got conceded 4 against Newcastle, so maybe it's the wrong time to be saying that. I think our defense is half decent, but would you rather Amrin had come in and changed his formation?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you're happy with the fact that he stayed with the 3-4-3?
No, but I think if you're going to sign him based off like how he plays football, he can't change his formation. I'm not a fan of the 3 at the back formation and so on, but the day that Amrin goes to 4-2-4,
he's done.
Or whatever, yeah, exactly. So like for me, like I don't think he can change his formation. You know what I mean, Stuart?
Yeah, he said all along from day one, even after like 6 defeats on the trot, I'm not changing my formation. If I lose my job, I lose my job. Because like you say, it's principles, and that's what he knows. So we've got to stick with it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're going to the next manager. Man United will never die.
Well, I mean, Yabba wants you to wait 5 years in between managers. Like, imagine if someone said that to you about your partner.
There's so many United fans out there. Amrin out. Are you for real? Come on.
What match goes?
8 months. Yeah, 8 months into the job, the impossible job. 8 months into this job, and you're saying Amrin out. I mean, what do you think he is? Bloody Paul Daniels or something?
See.
For our younger viewers, that's a famous British magician.
God, I'm showing my age now, aren't I? Or should I say, what do you think I'm Dynamo or something? Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
But it's true. Come on, guys, it's true, isn't it? It's just because he's not going to work miracles with this bunch of shite we've got going for us at the moment. I mean, you put Guardiola, you put Ancelotti in this team. Are they going to turn results around? I don't think they would at the moment. I really don't.
We've got a load of shit.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think we've now accepted, whereas before, maybe we thought, oh, it was Ten Hag or whatever. They've been crap for ages. They're just rubbish players. I mean, rubbish players.
One of my Spurs mates said to me today, obviously we all know how shy we are, but can you name me 3 players, honestly, hand on heart, who deserve to stay at Man United next season? And I said, to be honest, I could probably name Bruno. Bruno's got to stay. Mazraoui, I think to be honest, I think Maz has been probably our player of the season. I think Bruno's going to get. I honestly think so, Mr. B. Every game he doesn't put a foot wrong every game.
Ahmad,
he would have until the injury. Bruno's been classed the last take away Newcastle game and a couple of others, but Bruno's probably in the last 2 months he's been our player of the season. Ahmad before the injury, but I think consistency-wise, I think Mazraoui's been outstanding all season.
I think he had a dip between when Amrin came in. He did dip, but that's okay. Yeah. Like it's a new system, but he's shown himself definitely.
But I'm talking consistent. I'm talking consistent week in, week out, 6, 7 out of 10 every game, which is what you want. And I think Mazraoui is the only player who's done that all season. That's my opinion.
Would you like? I mean, I would keep Maguire and Delo. I would keep Kobe.
You keeping Daisy?
Yeah,
Daisy. Who's Daisy?
Delo.
Yeah,
he's shocking.
Reliable.
Reliable.
Reliably shy.
Plays like a sunflower.
Plays like a sunflower.
He got no spine. No spine. No nothing.
I'd rather keep Lindelof.
No, I mean, can you believe this, Yabba?
Euro.
Do you know how many games Lindelof has started, consecutively?
Too many.
What, recently?
Prem games, yeah.
None. What, this season? 5.
He started the last 5.
Has he?
Thank you. The man's like a ghost. He just sneaks into the first team squad and nobody knows he's playing until he makes a mistake.
He started the last 5.
Yeah. When we played Newcastle, I understand him starting them because we want to preserve our players for the Thursday night game, yeah? But I didn't realise it started previously. But maybe it's to do with injuries or something. Martinez is out, Evans is out, Maguire was injured. So I can understand that. But I don't think it's anything to do with his being a great player or the manager making a boo-boo. It's just about availability, I think.
He always gets his way in, Yabba. Do you remember I told you?
You said
Lindelof always gets in at the end. I don't know what it is he does, but he always gets in.
Maybe it's just that guy is just always impressive and just consistent all the time. And in the end, the managers might not fancy him initially. In the end, it's you have to give in to his ability or whatever he's got. He must be something, right? He's probably a good professional as well. I think as a manager, you need someone you can trust. And after a period of time, players turn up and train and time again, think, boy, I have to put this guy on the team sheet. And I don't think he will start on Thursday if Maguire's fit, because as Stewart's nodding there, it would be Maz, Maguire, Euro. It looks like those 3 at the moment.
Euro's my guy, man.
You like Euro, don't you?
Oh,
love Euro.
I don't normally check for defenders, but
that's so bad, hasn't it?
He's got a big future at this club, Mr. B.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on? Did you see Thierry Henry do that analysis?
Oh, he's a pussy old man. He does everything to
That is disgraceful. He's 18 years old.
Yeah,
disgusting.
Do you see that, Stuart?
I didn't see that. What was that? Thierry Henry said what?
So on Monday Night Football, you get on Monday Night Football, they looked at the second goal Newcastle United scored, where was it Murphy at the back post, and he basically highlighted Harry Amas not being very good at defending, and then ridiculed him for looking at the linesman hoping for an offside. And Thierry Henry should know a hell of a lot better, as he's a coach for the French youth team, isn't he?
Yes.
It was vicious, petty, and seeing him and fucking Carragher laughing about it was extremely annoying.
He's the most despised man.
Yeah, it was really, really out of order. I felt in the Wanderers, they say leave the kid alone in that half-time. Leave the kid alone. So this goes to you, Thierry Henry. Leave the kid alone. That's the main agenda.
That's our 3rd threat of the night. We're doing pretty well. And everyone is going to get the threats out now. It's been, we know who's in goal tomorrow night. Have you heard this news?
Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton starts.
Amrin has said that Onana starts tomorrow.
Yeah, he's playing tomorrow night. Great. Can't wait. Woohoo!
I mean, what else? Let's be honest. Bayinda hasn't covered himself in glory in the games he's played. What is he supposed to do? Play and goal himself? You know, he's got to play Onana and hope that this. I'll save the cussing for tomorrow and just hope that this guy just does normal goalie stuff. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna be a bag of nerves tomorrow.
What about playing? Who's this? Sorry, who's this under 23 keeper who's always a sub on the bench with Heaton?
Morehouse.
What's his name?
B. Is it B or something? D.
Is he Czech or something? I don't know. I don't really know much about him, but I'm hearing good things about him in training and when he plays for the 23s. But I don't know anymore. Just play Onana. What we got to lose?
The tie. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You already kicked us. How much? I said I still go back to the Champions League. He single-handedly cost us our Champions League last season.
It's funny you say that, Mr. B, because I've heard. I sound like Stewart now, like I've got some hotline up to Manchester, but I heard that he brought his agent into training or into the office to complain about the 25% discount reduction in wage if we don't get Champions League football. And the joke is, like you just said, he was the one who was kind of solely responsible for us not being in the Champions League where we were. So that was a bit ironic, wasn't it?
You know what? I'm less wobbly on Amrin now, just hearing some of this, because you got Rasmus and Zirkzee up front, and you got Onana and Bayinda, and those are your choices. And then you think about the midfield, you got Casemiro, Ugarte, Eriksen, Collier, and he's ended up having to put Bruno there to move him.
Right.
Yeah. I'm now a bit less wobbly on him, because what can you do with that quality of player?
And do you know what?
Non-quality of player.
Yeah.
Bath time, quickly. You're saying all this, and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing driving 10-hour round trip to watch this show?
Well, you're going to be waving a tifo, Stewart, part of Manchester United history. God, we're so shit, aren't we? When
my missus even says, "You're not going to watch that shit tomorrow, are you? All that way to watch that crap." Yes, darling, I am.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like Andrew says, no strikers, no keeper, and to be honest, in my opinion, we've only got one. I cut Kobe, and he's even said like he needs to put Kobe nearer the goal, and you know my thoughts on Ugarte. Like we're in a lot of problems. We're in a lot of problems.
Right.
Should we really be higher in the league?
Bath time, you're killing it for me. You are.
But
anyone want a free
Stuart,
ticket to Man United Lyon tomorrow night?
They can turn up, Stuart. They've turned up in big games this season. Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Like they can, they can turn up.
Keep the faith, gents. We're going to win tomorrow night. The crowd. We've got the 12th man behind us tomorrow night. It's going to be party night. Honestly, it's going off. We're going to win 3-0. Come on.
3-0.
How many brandies have I had?
I was wondering. I saw you shoot down that one just before we started. 48 minutes seems to be about the time I've realised with you, Stuart. So yeah, I'll watch it.
I thought that was a pint you were drinking, the way it was slipping down.
I think it was a big shot of brandy, mate. I tell you.
Oh yes.
The thing is, I don't actually think that you're out of line saying 3-0, because against Lyon, with better finishes, we would have scored a lot of goals in that match. And what's happening at the moment is, in that final third, like Garnacho and Bruno are doing pretty decent things, but no one's got the ability to score a goal really at the moment.
I didn't think that. Take away the fact that we're shy, but I didn't think much of Lyon whatsoever. To be honest, I thought.
Oh, did you go?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't go. No.
Okay.
But I didn't think much of them at all. And I was gutted when we didn't get the 2-1, to be honest. But again, blame Mr. Onana. But I think we'll be convincing tomorrow night. I honestly do. Keep the faith.
Yabba?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Stuart. We're on the same page. I didn't rate Lyon. I expected a lot better from them. When I really assessed the game, they were lucky. the goals, mistake kind of thing, and I think they didn't at home when they had the opportunity to put it on us and show us what they got. I wasn't impressed, and hopefully when we get them back to Old Trafford and like you say, with the atmosphere there and it's going to be buzzing because it's going to be our cup final. Hopefully, we'll be able to show what we really are. And, it doesn't matter how long you wait. I mean, we've been waiting for a long time for performance. And like Bathtime mentioned earlier, we've had a couple of good wins, against bigger teams. But I think it's in the players' mindset. When you see teams in relegation, like Southampton and Ipswich and Leicester, they can still put on a good performance, but it's having the motivation to do it. And at the moment, Man United are in sort of limbo because you don't, like the Newcastle game, we sort of half expected, look, there's nothing to play for here. We've got our minds on the cup. It's hard for us as proper players when the mentality has always been every game, win every game, win every game. Ten Hag used to say that we need to win every game because we're a big club. But now we got the players got a mentality of a smaller club going for a cup competition. And that's why our form, I can accept that we're not going to win the games in the Premier League. If you're a betting man, just don't bet on Man United in the league. But we're unbeaten in the cup. And at this stage, with the big game tomorrow, I'm sure the guys will be tuned in for that. And we might see a performance from Rasmus and Onana, two players there.
No, you laugh, but he's right. They're the ones those are the two that can make the difference.
You know what? I get it, yeah? I understand what you're saying. But we have seen these fuckers the whole season. Rasmus can't even hold his cock, and bloody Onana couldn't even hold it with his wrist. So, bruv, come on, man, please. I understand. Yeah, but I know you're the king of positivity, man. I've realized that over this time. It really takes a lot for you to be, even when you think we're shit, we're going to win 1-0 and hold it. I know, I get it. But if you're relying on them too to take us out of the shit tomorrow, brother, it's going to be a long night for you tomorrow.
Blood clot.
It's Bruno, Yabba. It's on Bruno.
Yeah, it's all on Bruno, like I say. But you know what?
I just wish everyone was as positive. Every Man United fan was as positive for Yabba. I tell you,
I don't. It's too much.
So refreshing.
Don't get twisted. Don't make that to be a positive thing. I'm just looking at it in the mindset of what's going on with these players. The pressure must be there. They got to win something, and it's all on this one competition. And I think that when they look at the draw and who's left in the competition, they've got to really be saying to themselves, "We can actually do this, and we can sort of save our season. SOS, save our season by this." So forget about these other Prem games.
But do you think so? You're saying save our season. A lot of those players might not be there. A lot of those players might be the ones who know that they're not going to be there next season and don't give a shit. Oh, we're going to
play for pride though, or their next paycheck.
They're always going to get paid. The club's always going to pay them, so that's not an issue.
Well, yeah.
Some of them they can't get sold. I just think
something. Mr. B, they've got to the top. Of every single person that you've ever met is nowhere near as good or as dedicated to football as 99% of them. There's got to be something inside of them. Like Casemiro, we know the man loves a barbecue. I can imagine him there. Them films where they go to the moon in the 60s and before they go, they all sort of have a barbecue with the sunshine and the shirts on. That's what Casemiro likes to do. But he's also won a fuck of a lot at Real Madrid, and he won't want his legacy slipping from him.
I'm starting Casemiro tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting Casemiro with Cobby.
Hang on a second, right? Me and Mr. B were talking about doing a new section where we'll pick the team live on the screen. Did you want to do that, Mr. B?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, all right.
We have to
How
be
do we
fair.
overrule?
No, well, we'll decide. We'll see. You'll see it. You'll see it. We'll decide on who.
Mr. B, can you handle the comments? I won't be able to see anything but the screen.
No
all right,
problem.
so,
I've got them from now.
Lads, this is going to be like Minority Report. The technology you're about to see at home is going to blow your mind. Okay.
See when it starts
Can
in
you see
Arbor and
this?
trouble.
Oh, here we
Yes.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Sky
Yeah.
Sports Monday Night Football.
Exactly.
Look at this.
All right. Do we want Andre Onana or Amadou Onana?
We'll take Amadou. He might do a better job.
All right, let's talk about centre backs. And like in chat, I can't see what you're saying, but Mr. B will
I've
be
got
your
him.
voice.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to go Harry Maguire.
Yeah, it's got to go Harry centre.
Is everyone like it's what's his face out? Delict.
Then it's out probably another 2-3 weeks.
I mean, the thing is, they haven't even said what the injury is, have they?
No, they never do they?
I do this quickly because I'd be fairly surprised if this isn't what
I think we all know what the team's going to be, or 9 or 10 of them.
Well, the tough one's going to be the midfield, I think.
Let's get the guys that we're pretty sure are going to play. What's it called?
We're all going with Maguire. Yeah, everybody's gone with Maguire and Yaz.
Yeah. Euro Maz
Tactical Devils is gone. I would definitely start by India purely on his ability to save and
we bring him on in extra time.
Yeah, bring him on in extra time.
If he goes for extra time, I think he'll definitely be
on
the
wing backs.
100%.
It's got to be Dallo and
Dorgu.
So what about this rumor? What about this rumor that you've been hearing?
Luke Shaw. But you can't just go on a rumor, can you? But I can just see it happening. He's a big game Charlie, isn't he? He's been on the bench.
Give him an hour?
He's been on the bench last 3-4 games, Mr. B. Am I right there? 3 or 4 games. Has he come on? He hasn't come on yet, has he?
Newcastle.
Yes, he came on against Newcastle.
Oh, he's coming against Newcastle. I'm telling you, he's starting tomorrow night. I'm telling you.
Where?
Shall we change it then? At wing back.
Wing back.
Instead of Dorgu.
Honestly,
instead
of Dorgu. I think Dorgu needs a little break. Change it.
Stewart's got more intel than us.
I can't believe that I'm typing this in to.
What she's gonna say is gonna come up until the custard.
If fall off the team coach when he gets to the stadium.
I cannot believe that. All right. Okay. Where's Bruno playing?
Where's Bruno playing? Or just behind Zirkzee. Just behind Hoyland.
You name the availability players. We've got Mount. We've got Ericsson. We've got
Ericsson doesn't play.
Ericsson, no chance.
Yeah, but I'll just name them so we can know who we're talking. I want to think about where I'm placing it. Mount's available. Ericsson's available. Kobe's available. Bruno's available. Ugarte's available. And Collier's available. And Garnacho.
I'm not starting Ugarte. What do you reckon, Mr. B, about Mason Mount? Amarin loves the fella. He's come on the last 3 or 4 games. What do you reckon?
Start him. Start him. I would be starting Mason Mount at 10.
I'll give you a team.
Or is this what we feel the manager's going to play?
I'm thinking Mason Mount's going to start. I think Amarin will start Mason Mount tomorrow.
So who goes in that position? Oh, wow.
What are we doing? Playing Bruno just behind Hoyland?
No, I go Bruno behind next to Casemiro.
Oh, you are? Right, okay. Yeah. All right.
So no Ugarte?
No Ugarte.
This is what I would do.
Okay,
I like that. I like that a lot.
But you wouldn't do Shaw?
No, I would not do Shaw.
Okay.
Now take Shaw out then. You can't just go on the rumour. But I actually think Shaw's going to start.
You told us to put him in.
Yeah, but it's because it looks good. Okay. Yeah, we've changed our mind now.
This is from the intel from Stewart. I mean, I trust his intelligence.
I'd be very happy to see that team, to be honest.
I would. Who have you put in there on left wing back? Dorgu, yeah? Yeah.
From what you saw against Lyon, what's their main threat? What we got to worry about with them?
But you said Lyon was shit. So that means we wouldn't have a threat then.
What's his name? The young fella.
The forward, 69, the forward.
Shirky.
All right, the Georgian.
No, he was called Mazadawi or something.
Yeah, the forward. I think he was. I think he was better than I thought he would have been.
I think it was wide areas, Yabba.
Tomorrow we need to start with a high energy, and I think with the likes of Mason Mount, Kobe, Garnacho, Hoyland, I think it's all about energy. That first half hour tomorrow night, get the go up, build on that, get the energy, and then see what happens.
Euro at
look,
centre back and Shaw at
double
left
AA,
centre
Euro
back.
and centre, Shaw as the left centre back. Yeah, that's it. I'd go for that.
Would you?
Well, Euro out.
I think Shaw's starting. I really, really do.
Right, so I've taken. All right.
Oh shit! Chat Sports got one. He's gone swap Rasmus with Garnacho and use Mount and Bruno as 10s.
Or maybe.
You can't have Garnacho up top. He's only like 5'2" or something, isn't he?
All right. And then put Ugarte in, yeah?
Yeah.
That's another option. Yeah, I can understand.
Let's have a look at that. Let me see what's coming up here.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
Just
that.
because I think Holland is, yeah.
No Cobby. We're not having Cobby.
I think he's a sub.
Yeah, he's not fit enough, and I think that Mount's ahead of him in minutes and so on.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Cobby's going to come on.
That looks all right, you know.
If he played this is home. I mean, obviously, I'm going to assume that Garnacho would have license to get ahead of Bruno in that position, but
It'd probably be more like that, wouldn't it? You would have Garnacho.
And I think that's the issue. As soon as Garnacho goes left, he's an idiot. He needs to be played on the right hand side, or don't play him.
But who's going to score with him if he's putting crosses into the box? Like,
please.
So, like normally, right? You get your striker running in here, Garnacho here, and then Bruno arriving just on the edge of the box to finish it. So, if we were to play like this, putting Mount there, we might be better off having Højlund there than Mount.
That's how bad we've become, is it?
Well, we all know, a bit stronger, a bit faster, and it doesn't get the best out of Mount.
Rasmus is starting tomorrow night. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Jalmani is saying he would put Maguire as a striker.
HOJ, is it?
HOJ. Oh, we're having to do it that way.
PELE, Pele.
God
dear.
I mean, what we're looking at there, I think is, with the exception of Shaw, is probably the team that we will see.
I think so.
Because Mason Mount's come out from injury.
Don't you think it's too defensive though? We're at home. Why the hell is
he
playing?
Where's
Casemiro? Where's up? We're at home, man. I just feel that we should be doing two holding mid. Ugarte is blatantly a holding midfielder. Casemiro is going to float around the pitch and do his ping balls over the top. I get that.
I'm starting Cobby over Ugarte all day long.
Would Kobe do a better job than Bruno in playing deeper?
Do you want this? Do you want this, Stuart, with
Kobe there?
Ugarte as Kobe.
I feel a lot more comfortable with Kobe. No, nothing against the guy. He's a good squad player, but I'm not starting Ugarte and Casemiro together tomorrow. We're at home, for God's sake.
You see, we've got about 5 different teams here when you look at it.
Yeah, I know.
It's easy as we made out to be. So,
but is that the way you want it, though, Stuart?
I think, like Bruno. It's a tough one with Bruno and Kobe, isn't it? I think they could just keep swapping about. But what Mr. B said,
I don't want them swapping. I'll be
you don't want them swapping.
No, if they've got a role to play your role, because once you start swapping, you start putting doubts in players. Oh, you were supposed to do it, or you were supposed to do it.
Right. So we're playing Kobe in the 10, yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
because these basically right. These 5 are what he wants to be as attacking players.
You know what? I would play Kobe because he's more likely to use Dorgu. Yeah. I think he's more likely to play Dorgu in and play guard. If Garnacho plays, play him on the right side. Don't play him on the left.
No, you're right.
Can you see what Tactical Devils has done? He's put Dorgu.
Where is it on? Where
Garnacho would be.
Hang on. So he's got Dorgu at 10.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have a look at this.
Tactical Devils playing by India. Bloody hell.
Well, you're not allowed to play by India, Jarvis.
Because he ain't playing. Yeah, he ain't playing.
We'll entertain this. Right. Who have we got left?
Oh, shit. He's playing Amas.
Amas.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got a mass, to be honest.
He is.
We're not the Higgs
Yeah, he's
bassoon.
available.
Shout out Bart and
He is.
Andrew. We do.
Yep.
So is this, who's he got at the other 10? Give me Jarvis's team.
He's got Garnacho as the other 10.
So he's got Maz, Maguire, Euro. Wing backs are Dalot and Amas.
And Mount up front.
Left midfield is Casemiro.
Mount up front.
Yeah, he's got Mount up front. He's playing. Hold on, is he playing? He's going to play Dorgu behind. Fuck.
Is this his team?
Right.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the team.
Yeah.
Look, yeah.
It's very, very weak in the air.
Nah.
What do
1,
you mean?
2, 3. It's weak. It's in terms of sort of defending set pieces and things like
Same as all the others. What's the difference?
Amas and
Well,
Mount.
Yeah.
Sorry?
But we had Mount playing in the last one. It's only Amas.
Yeah, no, I'm going through it. It's Dorgu and Amas are my question marks here.
Just quickly, what do you think about Dorgu playing in that position?
Oh.
Because he
I'm
did sort of play
I'm
there
for it.
Lecce.
Did you say you're
I'm
for?
for it, Yabba, because
Yeah,
I don't think he's good
running.
enough to be. I think that he lacks a lot of kind of almost like imagination, like when he plays on the left. And when you play on the left, you've really only got like two options, which is cross it or play it inside. And it's when you invert, there's a lot more stuff that you can do. And although I wouldn't experiment with him doing it in this game, we've got to find a way of getting more value out of him because he's not good enough to be a Premier League left wing back at the moment.
But you play him as a 10.
I would try him there because this isn't like saying let's put Lindelof into midfield. He's played roughly half his games for Lecce, I think, as a right winger. So it's not like out of the question. My main issue with it is I don't know if he has got the requisite quality to play in the half space where you need like you want your best technician in the half space. And I don't think he is our best technician. But
if I was the Lyon manager and I saw that lineup tomorrow night, I'd say, boys, we have a good chance of winning this tonight, boys. That's not got a lot of. There's nothing that scares you in that team, that formation.
All right,
if
should we do the team we
Mount
think
up front,
is
I'm not
start?
even. If I see Mason Mount up front or false nine, whatever, I'm not entering that stadium tomorrow.
All right, Stuart, tell me the team you think is going to start.
Sorry?
Who do you think is going to start? Not who you want, who you think.
Well, Hoyland starting up top. No, there's no doubt about it. Rasmus is starting. There's no doubt about it.
Okay. Tens?
Yeah, I see. I'm playing Cobby. Cobby as a 10. Yeah, Garnacho on the right. No way on the left. Same as to be.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is who's starting tomorrow night. Casemiro, Bruno, Diego, Pele, Dalot.
I think this is going to be the team tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think 100%.
You think he's not going to play Agate, yeah?
No,
I do think he's going to play Agate. I think
he's going to play Agate.
Yeah.
Guy Casemiro, no.
Oh, not at home, dear God, man. Not at home.
We need to
No,
start.
look, these are your attackers. Like Dalot, Garnacho, Fernandes, Dorgu, Hoyland.
Yeah, but they're two holding CDMs. They're not going to...
Home.
Yeah, but that's fine. Like that's pretty standard. You have 5 attackers, 5 defenders.
Yeah, but
He's saying that's
they're just limited, man.
Yeah,
Hero's not limited. Well, he is physically.
To be honest, I'd rather start Eriksen over either of those two, not them two together. But again, look at when we played Eriksen and Casemiro in that Newcastle home game. They're too leggy. They're too. You need that bit of energy. I know you got Cobby and you got Bruno, but we're like Mr. B said, we're at home. We can't start Ugarte and
we
Casemiro
can't.
together.
Oh.
It's not happening.
It is happening. That is 100%
Come on, guys,
what
in the
it's
comments.
do.
What are you saying? Are we starting Casemiro and Ugarte together tomorrow?
Please, man, just don't.
What are you saying?
This is how Rude won all his games.
You know what? I think the manager's going to start something like that. I do agree because he's, from what I've seen, and he can't just start these players who just come back into fitness. I don't know, that's a big risk. Mount, Kobe, they've just coming back.
Mount's not just come back. Mount's been back for like 3 weeks, isn't he?
Yeah.
Has he started any games?
Yeah, but
No.
that's what I'm saying. So what is he just? Are we just going to pay this man £250 to cock up his backside and play 20 minutes of football? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
All this crap about players coming back from injury, they're on the bench. If you're on the bench, you're fit enough to play. Because if you're not fit enough to play, you shouldn't be on the bloody bench, should you? Surely.
Oh God.
Yeah, but is this the team you think will play?
It's a difficult one with the midfield, but I think Eriksen's in with a shout because of we're playing at home. I think Eriksen, and I know he started against Newcastle, and like Stewart said, we got a bit overrun, but I think it gives you a bit of quality. So I think Bruno would start there instead, and then in that position where Ugarte is, I would think that it used to be Zirkzee, man. Oh God, maybe Eriksen, yeah.
You think
I think that
wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Be 11. Because he done that the other day with Eriksen. He put Eriksen in the 10 with Garnacho. And I think Eriksen would give you quality. He definitely gives you quality in that position. People write him off already, but don't forget, it wasn't so long ago. He was like our top goal scorer in October. Had a really good start.
In October. How much games in the season did we have?
I
still think Eriksen. Yeah. Eriksen's one of these guys you want to bring on. If you're 1-0 or 2-1 down, bring Eriksen on 25 minutes, half hour to go. He has got that killer ball in him. I'm not starting Eriksen. No.
Can I show you the team I would start?
Yeah.
All right.
Are we ready for this, guys?
You're not starting Garnacho?
Nope.
No, I wouldn't start.
That's a big shout, Bath.
I wouldn't start.
That is what I would start.
You wouldn't
bring
either, Mr. B.
on.
We'll keep holding the football.
You're not starting Garnacho.
We keep holding the football.
And do what with it?
Yeah.
How do you get behind them?
Well, we've got
a runner in Mount.
We've got -9 in it. Mount will push on. I just think I wouldn't mind playing that and having Garnacho as that impact sub. The thing is, he has to start because he scored a goal the other day. But I don't know.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Make him sub. Piss him off. Get his agent in. Piss him off now so that deal's done for June the 1st or July the 1st, whatever it is.
And you want him gone, Mr. B?
Yeah, man.
You want him gone?
Yeah, man. For the money that we could get for him, bruv, he ain't ready. In 3 years' time, he may be ready. But right now, we need more than Garnacho's offering. And there's players out there for half of his money who will do a better job. Get your head up and pass. I just look at the passing aspect of his game. Not even the shooting part of it. That's fine. He's 20 years old. But the passing part of it, I just think, there's passes that can be made left foot, he's kicking it behind the player. He's on the right. And just his decision making, I just think there's so much better out there than him in that position.
He's another one. I think the pressure of the club, the badge, whatever you want to call it, the pressure's getting to him a bit, I think. And he is, even though I love the fella, he's got so much potential. He's still a kid, but he's become so frustrating lately.
Did you play him there?
No, I'm just thinking this could be what we go with for maybe the last 5 or 10 minutes of the game, because I if we're chasing the game, I can see Shaw come on for quality into the box, and you want Garnacho on the pitch, so I can see him playing as a right wing back. So I actually forgot I was sharing my screen, was just having a think to myself.
That's all right.
About how we would set up for if we need a goal and we've got 10-15 minutes.
Well, you're going to take -9 off if we need a goal, aren't you?
No, he'd just chuck Harry up top, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I can see it. 87th minute, Harry Maguire, bullet header. Come on.
Consider that.
Who's our best crosser? It's Bruno.
Yeah.
So
Bruno. Did you know
Yeah, Bruno and Shaw.
Dallo can put a good ball in now and again.
he'll put that like Delo will come on for Matt. We'll take.
Do you like Dallo, Mr. B?
Hate him.
They all hate him apart from me.
I used to like him up until this season. Everyone's saying, "What are you on about, Stewart? He's shy." Do you know what? He's a lovely bloke, but yeah, he's
I think the formation changes killed him.
Yeah.
The formation changes killed him, and the fact that he's so professional.
He's not a bad player. He's just another one. He's not good enough for the badge.
Yeah.
Mind you, he is at the moment.
That could work. For 10
Jesus.
minutes, that could work.
Half time.
Take away the fact that Shaw's always injured, but that's got a lot more balance to it, I think.
No, this is just the last 10 minutes of a match.
Oh, last 10 minutes when we're 0-0.
Yeah, like we're looking for a goal. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see that.
Good grief, we're a mess.
Right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
I'm taking my boots tomorrow. Get a nice blonde wig. I might put it off.
Do you remember that guy who came on, the Man United fan, who came on for a photo before a Champions League game?
Yeah, Cole Thompson.
Oh, right. Yeah, you know. Yeah. That's classic.
That was the old Dwight York and Andy Cole days, wasn't it?
Yeah. Andy Cole.
Bayern Munich.
What the hell you did?
I might try that tomorrow. What do you reckon?
Good idea. We'll be backing you. We'll be going crazy.
Dallo is the worst crosser on earth.
They'll let you, if you say you're Baez, they'll let you on to replace Onanaman in goal.
It's an interesting thing. I was watching the game today on the channel TNT or whatever it was, and I was watching the build up and the talking. You know, they're down by this pitch side, and Rio Ferdinand was there with Matt Manaman and somebody else. Can't remember who it was, but all ex-pros, and they were saying this is Rio's words. They were looking at the warm up, and they all said these Arsenal warm up. They said these guys are ridiculous, as if to say we weren't as fit and strong as these guys back. You know, they're better equipped, better physical specimens than they have today. Just put that out there, you know.
With the aim of what?
Just I found it really interesting that Rio would say that. Rio's not someone, you know. I think Rio rates himself. Naturally, got to rate yourself, and I very rarely see him say something that doesn't sort of put him in a good light. And I just thought, wow, you're watching these guys, you're realizing these guys actually they're physical beasts.
I sometimes think Rio has a sort of like an agenda to try and sort of be cool and friends with players and things like that, and says a lot of stuff that they wouldn't mind like hearing, as it were. But yeah, I mean, we all know that the game's gotten super physical. Do you remember Yabba? Like 3 years ago, everyone used to sort of like call us Neanderthals because we wanted more physical players in, and certain men were saying we needed to get more ballers. And now we absolutely need fit, strong players that can run about and kick people. Yeah.
I mean, look at going back to, we started the show talking about Rice, but looking at him again, he's so big and strong, and the running he does, and he's shielding the ball, and even that left back, Skelly, he shields the ball so well. It's very hard to get the ball off him. And we're talking about Timber as well, and then Saliba. These guys are so physical, strong, and we've seen our players can't even keep the ball, getting pushed off.
I think Declan Rice for me at the moment is one of the best midfielders in Europe. By there's no argument.
Yeah.
Class. How old is he?
I'm always shocked.
How old is Declan Rice?
26, 27.
He's still got a couple of years before he gets to his prime, hasn't he?
Yeah. What do you think about Bellingham?
I've never really rated him by half time, to be honest.
Thank you.
Never really rated him. It's a hype. I'd rather get his brother Job. I don't rate him.
He's class, man. Did you see what
he's done? Yeah, don't get me wrong, Abby. He's done some special things, but he's not one of these players who's going to dig you out of a hole in the last. Well, say that he done it for England, didn't he?
He did it for England.
Thank you. You see what he did today? See that cross he did? Real Madrid hardly created anything. He was out wide, crossed the ball across the 6-yard box, corridor of uncertainty. That was probably their best chance, even though no one was at the end of it, but the best worked opportunity. He created that all by himself. I don't know why he gets a bad. I don't really understand why he gets a bad rep or something.
Do you know what it is, Yabba? For me, I look at him and the way he plays. I don't like that he's sort of like a sort of American sportsman. He doesn't feel like he wants to be part of a team, but really what it is he's just a really sexy version of Dele Alli. The way he plays and what he does, and I've never really liked that kind of position. Like as a midfielder, you don't want What's so funny about that? Dele Alli was brilliant. Like when he was 21. Like don't forget that he was like Fergie wanted him to sign for United. Like Dele Alli was, he told Mourinho go and sign Dele Alli.
Italy. He's in Italy now. Is Como?
Is he actually playing? I know he's training with Como. I'm not sure he's actually playing.
He got sent off on his debut, didn't he?
Yes, yeah.
He got sent off. He come on a sub, got sent off 3 minutes later.
Guys, I'm saying, look, if Bellingham's so poor, why is he?
How's it Real Madrid in England? Yeah,
he's not poor.
Why is he playing for Real Madrid? And why has he got? He's got 13 goals this season for Real Madrid. You know,
he's got 8.
Sorry,
he's got 8 league goals.
Oh yeah, maybe. But I'm just in total.
It's still more than any goals than any of our players have got.
Yeah, the only reason I know that is it's the same as McTominay.
Yeah, McTominay's equal with Bruno, isn't he?
McTominay.
Jude Bellingham is a quality player. There seems to be this sort of hate or whatever's going on. Reason you don't like him. He's professional. I saw him today. He was gutted. He was even going in with Rice. You know, his England teammate. You know, it was a good duel they were having, but he wanted to win. He wanted to win. He's a winner, and he was gutted at the end. I could see him for F's sake. He's a flipping good player. And they're comparing him in Spain. They're comparing him with Pedri's, you know, 2 completely different players. But Bellingham's running. I know when Rice caught him. Do you see that run? That strong run he did in the second half? And Rice had to, you know, really work his bollocks off to catch up with him. Those sort of runs. This is what the Spanish are looking on and saying, the English, Angleterre or Englishman, this is what they do really well. And it was
Angleterre. That's
he's breaking his French out again.
Even I know that.
It was Angleterre.
That's French.
For what?
The Englishman.
Oh, good. All right. Well, how did Spanish say Englishman?
Tossa.
Yeah, Tossa.
Oh God! How do say goodbye?
You can't say anyone who says Bellingham's poor. He's a
no
very
one's
good
saying
player.
Bellingham's poor.
He's a very good player. He's a very good player. Nothing more, nothing less. He's not class. He's not world class. He's not great.
Oh my God!
He's very good. That is it for Bellingham for me.
Me as well. I also not. I'm still.
What are you saying, Mr. B? Mr. B, you're not saying much on Bellingham.
Everybody sounds like a Dalek. I'm wondering if it's me. I was just trying to work out what the hell was going on.
Yabba's telling us off for not liking Jude Bellingham.
You still sound like Daleks. Let me come out and come back in.
Should we end the show?
Yeah. It's been
yeah. Right, give me a score prediction, everyone. Stewart?
3-1 United.
1-0 United. 1-0.
Mr. B, hold your hand up.
You sound like we're 2-2. Actually, no. Just 3-1. I want a 3-1. I just want a nice I can't do no nerves tomorrow.
Come on.
3-1.
All right, I'm going 2-0. It's a lack of notch from me.
Lack of notch from me.
Lack of notch from me.
Lack of notch from me. Up the Reds.
Fucking machine.